Using cruise control inside of the Cadillac Lyriq is a very straightforward process. There are 3 types of cruise control available. There is regular cruise, adaptive, and then the SuperCruise, which is the full hands-free driving system. In order to use these systems, along the left-hand side of the steering wheel, you're going to toggle the system on by pushing the button there. And once you do, inside of the cluster screen, you'll notice that you've got the icon there that pops up. That means that the system's turned on. And then you're going to push down there in order to set your speed. You could then increase or decrease 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time by going up and down. If you push and hold up or push and hold down, it'll bring you to the nearest 5 or 0. You can hit the brake to cancel your speed. You can hit the cancel button to cancel your speed, and then you push up to resume your previously set speed. Like I mentioned, there are 3 different types of cruise. So if you take the cancel button, if you push and hold it, that's going to change you between adaptive and regular cruise control. So regular cruise is exactly that. Let's say if you set it at 80, the car in front of you slows down, yours is not going to brake, so you just have to be paying attention. But if you take that same button and if you push and hold it again, that is going to put you into adaptive cruise control. And that's where we get into the distance indicator, so the gap adjustment, with 3 unique levels that are available. So I want you to think of that like a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi for how close or far you are away from that leading vehicle. I'm okay with level 1 the majority of the time. Ooh, that's neat. Or you might want to be on level 2 or 3, just depending on your own personal comfort level. Then you've also got the SuperCruise system, which is full hands-free driving. If it's available, you might find a steering wheel pop up on the bottom of the screen there, up along the top, but that just depends on which mode that you're in inside of this view. But once it's available, you then would tap the button here in order to toggle it on. This part of the steering wheel is then going to go green. Once it's green, you know that you're in SuperCruise mode, so you can take your hands off the steering wheel, feet off the gas and the brake, and it's going to do everything for you. You might notice it occasionally goes blue, so that just means it's temporarily paused, so you still need to put your hands back on the steering wheel there. But once it goes green again, hands off the wheel. But there is the option for a lane change assist. So inside of the infotainment system, if you go into your settings and then vehicle, hop down to SuperCruise lane change. So you've got off, turn signal activated, or automatic. So the way that these work, with it turned off, if you've got the SuperCruise system enabled, you hit the turn stalk and then you are just manually changing lanes yourself. With turn signal activated, you hit the turn stalk with SuperCruise enabled. It's going to check to see if there's anybody on either the left or the right side, and then it's going to automatically change lanes for you. But the automatic SuperCruise lane change takes things to the next level. So let's say hypothetically you've got it set at 80. The car in front of you is going too slow. What your vehicle is going to do is hit the turn stalk for you automatically. It's going to change lanes for you automatically. It's going to pass that car. And then if there's space in front of that car, it's going to put the turn signal back on to go right back into the lane that you were just in. It is a brilliant system once you get the hang of it. But if you don't like the idea of the car changing lanes for you, you can do it yourself there, and you can always take advantage. You can always just enable or disable things at any point in time. That's even using the regular cruise control system too. So you can hit the brake at any point in time. If you've got the lane change assist that's going too slow, you could manually take it over yourself, and then the vehicle is just going to turn it back on again. I said it's a brilliant system once you get the hang of it. So I'm on a 50 road, so if I push up, there we go, so down to set my speed, push up and hold in order to increase. There we go, so we're currently at 50 there. You can increase or decrease here, 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time. We're coming up to a red light, and this is actually perfect as an example here. So with the cruise control system enabled, if you're coming up to a light and there's nobody in front of you, you have to manually stop yourself. If there's somebody in front of you, it will bring you down to a complete stop before bringing you right back up to your speed again. But other than that, it's going to require your input. So in some way, shape, or form. So just because these systems are available doesn't mean it's full hands off. You do have to still be paying attention. Now from here, speed up, and you can push up to resume your previously set speed. If it's not speeding up fast enough, hit the accelerator pedal and you're flying. So up and down this way to increase, decrease, 1 at a time. Push and hold up or down to go 5 or 0. From there, you've got a gap adjustment. So how close or far are you away from that leading vehicle? And we're cruising right now. Now, I do have the lane keeping system turned on. So if I start to veer over into a lane without signaling, if it recognizes it, yeah, I see there, nudges me right back into my lane again. So it's pretty good from that perspective. And another red light where there's nobody in front of me, so hitting the brake in order to cancel my speed. I can push up or cancel the speed by hitting the little X button there. So again, in a nutshell, to use this system, you toggle it on using the bottom on the bottom right side of the left pad, and then you set your speed by pushing down. You increase or decrease 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time, push and hold up or down to go to the nearest 5 or 0. And then you can flip out to different types of cruise by pushing in the middle there. Green again, so push up to resume your previously set speed, or start flying if it's not speeding up for you fast enough. But if you want full walkthroughs, so you want an understanding of how to actually use the steering wheel buttons, go through the cluster screen or the infotainment, you'll find walkthroughs down in the description of this video. But that's how you use the cruise control system inside of the Cadillac Lyriq.